Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Keisha, also known as the Fashion Sherlock, and I wanted to come on here just to give a small review on the spin bike that I just recently bought. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see that I just purchased a bike off of Amazon. So yes, I was considering buying an actual Peloton bike. Unfortunately, right now, because we just bought our house recently, we have a lot of decorating and things we want to do for the rest of this year as well as next year. We just felt like it might not be the right time to invest in such a high ticket workout item. So to compromise, or I compromised by deciding, okay, I'm gonna still get the Peloton app and use that monthly. It's $12.99, but instead of getting the actual Peloton bike, I was gonna look on Amazon and see if there were any other options and alternatives that I can use along with the actual app. The spinning bike that I purchased, I know I shared it with you guys on IG, and I said I wanted you to give me just a week so that I could actually ride the bike, use the Peloton app with it, and then give you a full week review of my thoughts of not only the Peloton app, but the bike that I purchased, and then how I felt using a non-Peloton bike with the Peloton app. Okay, so let me just show you guys a quick look at the bike that I actually have and am using. Okay, so here is a look at the bike that I actually purchased. I got this off of Amazon. The retail price was, I believe, $320. They did have an automatic coupon that you could redeem and get $40 off. So it ended up being $280. And then with tax, it came up to about $302. So here's a good look at the bike. It was really easy to set up. Took me about 30 minutes. I did it alone. It came with a little wrench and a screw. Really easy instructions. Let me see if I have them. So here it is. So this was the manual that it came with. Really straightforward, kind of listed the parts to set it up, the different steps. There literally was only 4 steps to setting it up, and it was pretty intuitive. I don't think there was anything I was a little confused about. The only thing I would say I had a little bit of trouble and issue was the seat here. So it's only just like a little screw there. So yeah, so everything was fine. This is style D525. I will link it below. This is on the lower end of price point for spinning bikes that are available. You know, right now I didn't feel like I wanted to invest in the Peloton bike just because I don't know if I'm gonna use it as often as I think to get my money's worth. So I just wanted to test out a cheaper bike. I did have some other ones on my radar to try that were a higher price point. But let me just turn the camera around. So I have had the bike for, as I mentioned, a little bit over a week. I've done about 10 rides already using the bike. So right now I'm just gonna give you a little bit of pros and cons about the specific bike that I bought. I will link below not only this bike, but some other options that I was considering that are a little bit of a higher ticket price point. So some of the pros of this bike It was really easy to set up. As I mentioned, I was able to do it by myself. The manual was really easy to follow. Didn't have any confusion with getting the bike up and running. I would say that, it has a lot of different levels for people of various heights. It does go up to a weight of 330 pounds, I believe. So it was one of the bikes when doing my research that can actually carry the most weight that I saw online. As I mentioned, the dial and resistance doesn't have any numbers, but that's totally fine. I've done spinning in the past, so kind of have a gauge of, what resistance and how it should be and how I should feel depending on what the instructor is telling you the amount of cadence and speed that you should be doing. Someone who's not familiar or new to spinning, as I said, it might be good to invest in a cadence and speed reader. I'll link the ones that I saw recommended not only online, but by Peloton below. Some other pros, it's really lightweight. It has wheels so you can move it around. Right now it is in my living room. Eventually it will go in my garage. We're gonna create like a little workout space in my husband's man cave, but I'm taking some of it over to be part of my workout space. Okay, one more pro about it. It does come with a stand. So if I want to use my iPad with the app, there's already a stand there, pretty secure. Right now I am using my television because it's here. I can cast on there, so kind of get like a really live action. We have the Sonos, the music is loud, so really get my adrenaline going. But once I do move the bike into the garage, there is a space on the bike that I can put the iPad. So that is a definite plus. Some cons about the bike and not actually having an actual Peloton bike is, so if you are in a live class, you can't get on the scoreboard because you don't have a Peloton app. You're not tuned in. I'm the kind of person I'm really competitive. So that is definitely a con for me because I'm the kind of person, when I go to a workout class, I like to stand in the front and show what I can do. So the fact that I can't really participate in that part of the workout is a con for me. For some others, it wouldn't matter. I'm still using it and still love the bike, but I'm just gonna, give you the real and tell you that that is a con for me personally. Secondly, as well, as I mentioned, I have to purchase a sensor. So it didn't come with that. So that's an added cost to the bike that, I was trying to keep it as low as I possibly could. Also, if you are doing a spin class where they incorporate weights, the Peloton bike does come with a weight rack behind the seat. The bike that I purchased, unfortunately, does not have a weight rack, so I do actually have to have the weights on the floor and pick it up when it's time to use the weights. Definitely, I'm gonna look and see if there's something that I can add on to the back of the bike. I haven't really took the time to research that yet, but yeah, so that is definitely something. If you want to incorporate strength during your ride, you'll have to consider that. I did get this bike because a lot of people reviewed it and said it didn't squeak or make any noise. I do hear a little tiny squeak when I raise the resistance really, really high. When I'm on like a flat road or in position 2, if you don't know what position 2 is, kind of like when you're standing upright, I don't have an issue. But when I do put on that heavy resistance for hills and really want to like challenge myself, I do hear a little bit of squeak. I'm hoping that with time it'll go away. The gears are just kind of loosening up, but I do want to mention I do hear a tiny squeak. It doesn't really bother me because a lot of times I have the music up high, I'm going, not really paying attention, but I do want to note that. Also, I'm trying to think, any other cons? No, I think that's it. But overall, I'm very happy with the bike. I love spinning. As I mentioned, I've been doing it since college. Something that you really love. The classes are great. The instructors, have a lot of energy. They're motivating you as you're going through it. I recently joined 2 Facebook groups for those that are riding as well. So excited to get involved in that. I have only done spinning classes up until this point with the app, but I'm hoping to try some strength classes, some meditation, and some outdoor running. So definitely will give you a follow-up in regards to that. Oh, more on the Peloton app. I showed it to my husband and he was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So if he says it's amazing, it really is amazing. Me, I don't really have that much standard when it comes to apps. It works. I can cast it, good music. It's really easy to find the classes. I tend to like the live classes, but I can't cast that on the TV. It's better if I cast the ones that have already been recorded and I'm just going back and doing it. So if I do want to use the TV to work out with, those are better, just so everyone knows. I have an iPhone. I don't know if it's an iPhone thing, but yeah, it's hard and I cannot cast the actual live classes. So yeah, that's it. If you want to know anything else about the bike that I purchased, you can definitely leave a comment below. If you want to see some other options that I was considering, I'll also leave that below. If you want to follow me on the Peloton app, my username is fashion_Sherlock. Give me a follow. I'll give you one back. If you tell me what classes you take, I will join those classes too. I'm not trying here to really lose weight per se. I just really want to get healthy, have energy. Have a toddler. She doesn't know how to walk at all, guys. She does not walk. She literally runs everywhere. And I'm like, I need to get my energy up to run behind her. So, join me on this journey. I'll probably get some other workout gear. As I mentioned, gonna create a mini gym in the garage. If you have any items that you think I should add to that, leave a comment below as well. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or you like the content that I'm giving, please give this video a thumbs up. If you don't like the content that I'm giving, or you have some feedback and areas of improvement, please leave a comment below as well, because we are definitely open and willing to hear anything that you have to say. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.